In today's video, we'll be covering configuring company-level email settings inside of Zenly. First, I'll give you a few moments to look over our legal disclaimer before we begin the training. All right, so now we're inside of Zenly, and to configure the company-level email settings, a new email settings screen has been added under the User Profile Settings option. This section allows the company to manage the email SMTP server settings for all users, eliminating the need for individual input to use email, as all users will share the same email server settings. We offer two methods of authentication. The first option is the Use Modern Authentication for Microsoft. This is intended for modern Outlook users. The second option is Use Secure Connection, SSL TLS. This is suitable for services such as Gmail, Yahoo, and iCloud. You can also monitor the status connection in the top right-hand corner based on your inputs. After entering the necessary information and saving it, everything should function properly. The connection status is confirmed only after you send the test email. You'll click the Send button to check the connection status, which will indicate if you're connected. The sender name and the sender email appear in the header of the email you receive. We have preset certain configurations based on your selections. If you select Use Modern Authentication for Microsoft, the SMTP server and port option will be disabled. Changing the toggle will alter or conceal various requirements. The receiver email address at the bottom is only for sending test emails and establishing a connection. It is not saved, so it will appear blank when you return to check settings or make changes, as it is intended solely for testing. You can set up company-level configurations similar to server settings for credit. If a user has their own credit credentials, those will override the company-level credentials. The same goes for user profile email settings. Users with the right access can override the admin configured email settings at the company level. An example of this would be company sets up Microsoft Outlook SMTP settings for the whole company, but an LO wants their emails to be sent out from their Gmail account. So the LO user can override the company defaults and enter their Gmail SMTP server settings. This will be located within their user profile when they click on their name. All right, so now let's navigate back to the company level email settings. And again, we'll do that by selecting the user profile icon at the top and selecting the option for settings. All right, now I'm going to go over each of the fields on the screen so you can know what's being populated for each section. Starting at the top with the sender name. The sender name refers to the name displayed in the From field when an email is sent from Zenly. This can be configured to show the name of the loan officer, the company, or other designated senders. Below that, we have the sender email. The sender email refers to the email address that appears in the From field when an email is sent from Zenly. This is typically configured to match the loan officer's or company's official email address, ensuring that recipients recognize the sender and can reply appropriately. Next, we have the SMTP server. An SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol server, sends outgoing emails from the system, functioning like a digital post office to ensure reliable delivery to recipients. The SMTP server settings are typically found in the email configuration or system settings section, depending on the platform used. If you're using a cloud-based service, the SMTP details may be managed by your IT team or email provider. We've also provided some examples in our Calyx knowledge base articles. Below that, we have the port. A port in email settings refers to the communication endpoint used to send and receive emails through the SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol server. Different ports serve different purposes, ensuring secure and efficient email transmissions. Choosing the right port depends on your email provider's requirements and security settings. Most modern email services recommend port 587 for secure email submissions. If your provider requires SSL/TLS encryption, port 465 may be the best choice. However, please confirm with your IT department if you're uncertain. Next, we have the Application Client ID. This allows Microsoft's identity platform to recognize and authenticate the application when it requests access to resources. Below that, the Directory Tenant ID. This is used to distinguish your tenant from others in Microsoft's cloud services. Below that, the Client Secret Value. The Client Secret Value is a private key used by applications to authenticate with Azure ID, similar to a password for obtaining access tokens for secure resources. The SSL/TLS username. The username is the email address or account name needed to log in securely to your mail server for sending and receiving emails. And below that, we have the app password. An app password is a randomly generated password for apps that don't support modern authentication, allowing secure email access without your main password. You can find it in your email provider security settings, and I will also have instructions in the generating an app password training video. Important note, the app password must be copied and pasted into this field. No manual entries will be accepted. And lastly, at the bottom, we have the receiver email. The receiver's email is the address of the intended recipient, where the email is sent after authentication. You must send a test email in order to make the connection. So I'll click send, and it's going to give me a pop-up message letting me know that a test message has been emailed to me. I'm going to go ahead and save these changes I made. And as you can see up at the top, the status now says connected in green. So everything that we've entered on the screen is now correct, and we're now able to use the email functionality inside of Zenly. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact our dedicated customer service at calixdcs@calixsoftware.com.